What's going on, boys? My name is Sid, and there is a lot of brand new Summit cars in the Crew Motorfest. Ones that have returned to the game from the brand new Season 9 vehicle transfer. And I'm going to be jumping into all of those early, of course. Going from, I guess, my least favorite to the actual good ones. That one starts with, of course, the Ford GT Ruby Edition. Now, I don't like this thing. Black Panther said he didn't mind this thing. It just isn't my vibe of car, and I've sent it into a wall by mistake. Now, it's also going pretty slow because we don't have parts on it, but we can, of course, grab some parts for it by just doing that, and then going to anything with... Oh, are these just my cars with parts on them? Hang on. If I cancel... Oh, wow. So it only brings up my cars with parts on them that I can actually swap. Okay. And of course, I want to swap these parts with just something that I'm not going to do a video on this till the main game. So there you go. Now we should have a much faster Ford GT Ruby Edition. I feel like a fair few cars should have this, but it's got the number plate. It's got number plate lights, which are kind of cool. That is a very red interior, okay. And the gear shifting, you can actually see the gears being shifted in this one. It's such a low ride car. Nice. And let's give a look to this. It does indeed have some number plate lights that they don't seem to be lighting up the number plate that much. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it doesn't do a great job. Just like this car, you know, a car that just doesn't do a great job at anything, really. I don't like it. Now let's give a look at a different car. Now, if I'm going worst to best, it was definitely hard for this one, because all the ones after this I find quite cool. But the next one along that I guess I wouldn't really like that much definitely is the Marble Edition Proto Lucky One. It's fine. It's just, I feel like more could have been done to it. The aero is cool. Look, I still like this thing. It's not the Ruby Edition for me. This thing is actually at the, it's like Ruby Edition, and then the rest of them are all here. And this is one of those ones, the Proto Lucky One, that has now made its return. It's got much higher resolution interior in this game, thankfully. Very nice that it does, honestly. It's got the aero on not only the rear wide body, but also the front side if I brake. There it is. And obviously the aero on the spoiler. And then the front goes down and goes up when you're actually driving. Would you look at that? What an interesting little thing they've done. It's got less exhausts than the regular Lucky One, and I don't know, I do like it. I just don't think it's crazy. And I mean, this thing was platinum, which is surprising that I don't really like it compared to a bronze Summit car that I actually like a little bit better. And that is the Mazda RX-3 Raijuo Edition. It's got turbo on the sides. This is the stock livery of this thing. I love the design of the wide body, like, fins. The rear, like, great thing on the windows, cool. I just like this thing. Maybe this thing, it's right-hand drive as well, okay. It's definitely close. It's close between, I'm switching to wheel, this thing and the Proto Lucky One. But when this thing has right-hand drive, which makes it pretty unique, it's got the very sick design on it. Golden roll cage in the back. This thing's definitely, I'd say, my preferred of the two vehicles. And I do quite like this thing. Now, some of these Summit cars are going to get their own videos where I jump into the whole car, where I jump into just everything about the car. I actually play it. I focus on the cars. So if you like any of these, and you don't want to see me crashing into AI traffic, instead you want to see me crashing into stuff in an actual event, subscribe with notifications on if you want to catch my live streams as well. But if you're hoping to see more than just this quick overview, that's where you'll find it. Not an in-depth one, but for these two cars, they do get events played for them, because these two, again, it's like the RX-3 and the Proto Lucky One, but even closer. I truly don't know with these two cars. The first one being the Mitsubishi Evo 6 Flow Edition with such a sick spoiler, such a nice wide body. Just everything about this car is so cool. And it's the only drift summit car in the entire game. If they were gonna rerun any summit car, instead of doing the Magma edition, do something like this. Something like the Flow. Oh, look at that. This thing's so sick. I love this thing. And it's right-hand drive as well. Accurate to the... Okay, no, we did not... What just happened there? Accurate to the actual car. It's so satisfying to drive this thing. It drifts so nicely. I can grind with it too. If you don't know what happened there, if you haven't seen my overview video of this update, I missed it that time, but you can grind on those. Let's whack the precision strike things. Okay, let's maybe stay on the platform. This really is one of the cars I am so glad is back. It's one of my favorite summit cars, and it's so close between this thing and the final thing that's coming back. And this thing is nice as well, by the way. It feels rapid. It is a speedy little car. Nowhere near Unicorn or e-tron power. But this thing has some power. Up here, okay. We didn't get a no gravity there, but we can hit some nice drifts with this thing. A very nice car to come back in this update. Oh my god, I just flinched for a reason that I don't know if the video for the reason I just flinched going into that is out. If you've already watched a certain video, you'll know why I'm flinching at crashing into stuff. Let's max out our Gymkhana, man. I want to get full Gymkhana. We've still got like a minute 20 left. Oh, I mean, and we don't have the full 6,000 points either. Okay, we're maxed out on a bunch of stuff like drift. We're not maxed out on close drift though. So if we can get a bunch of that, I was hoping that would give us a combo bonus, but I think we're just gonna have to wait till we hit the 5th Gymkhana meter. Can I get some no gravity? Give me some no gravity. Give me some no gravity. That's a jump. But jumps also help a lot with the Gymkhana meter. Checkpoint missed? No! Go back quicker! Go back quicker! I don't want to have to respawn through that. Give me an option to quick respawn without having to go all the way through rewinding. You know, sometimes you want to do one or the other. Oh, no, I failed. I failed the event. I failed. I'm not going to finish in time. I'm not going to finish the event in time. It's not going to matter that I got 6,000 points because I'm not going to finish the event in time. Oh, well, let's move on to the better car then. Because my final favorite summit car returning this update is the Mazda RX-7 FC Outline Edition. In fact, just like the retro hypercar, it also has a retro backfire sound effect. I don't know if we're gonna get backfire in this event, but if we did, oh, this thing drifts nicely with no assists on. If we do have the retro sound effect trigger, you'll hear it. Like now. Like now. Okay, no, never mind. This thing is maxed out. I will say it is rather slow. Damn. And also, I will say, I do put this one above the Mitsubishi because I just think this thing is so sick for concept, outcome as well, the actual execution of the concept, the vanities as well. This thing is just, oh, there's the pop sound. This thing just turned out so great in my opinion. And we're about to figure out if this thing can do a big Gymkhana. Can we do a Gymkhana? It is so slow. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna blame it on no assists because the wheels just seem to not be able to grip at all. Like, even when we're out of turns, we're just getting no grip. Here's the jump. Okay. Again, for the same reason I flinched going into walls, I did almost kind of flinch at the idea of going off a jump. But we're fine. Except for the fact that we were facing sideways. How does that happen? There we go. Don't do it again, video game. Don't. Okay. Wasn't that bad. We faced the angle of the road. I'm so glad this thing's back. I just want it to be usable. Hopefully this thing just isn't utter garbage. If it's any more than utter garbage, I'm gonna be happy. I will say, though, only one of all of the Summit cars isn't to my liking, and that's the Ruby Edition. And some people like the Ruby Edition. So, truly, there's not been a bad Summit car that's come out recently. The Marble is alright. The RX-3 is fine. And so many people have it because it was bronze. seen that revving? Wow. That's what I'm talking about. This thing just cannot grip with no assists. Let's just hope with assists it can grip. Oh, I got another cool pop sound. And I got a second Gymkhana meter. And I got a really clean grind there. Everything is just going my damn way. Not anymore. As great as this car is, and how as sick as it looks doing drifts like that, whoa, it ain't too crazy when it comes to Gymkhaning. But the cartoon smoke and the cartoon NOS, it does put the whole thing together. And there we go. Thank you to popular members, a special thanks to famous members, and an insane thank you to star members, Danimal the Manimal, Grim Pepper, and an insane top of the top thank you to Icon member HK. That's going to be about it from me, boys. See you boys in the next one in a bit.